just anything, anything.
Okay.
Check. I'm good.
Oh, we are already live.
Oh, nice. Can't be telling me that kind of stuff. I brought you a present now before we get going for real.
Oh, okay.
Shit.
As I switch the camera to you.
It's all good. Yeah, grab a couple of those.
Is that on screen? I can't see.
Jesus. Just take the thing.
And back.
Oh, my God. This guy here, he's like 6'9", and his arms are like 2 feet long.
My arms are even longer. It's being difficult. I did not lean forward at all.
No, you didn't lean into it at all. I came with gifts and shit, man. You're not going to be nice. It's a nice little room you got going. Oh, shit.
This aluminum foil is very difficult.
Well, I didn't want to stick to anything. You got to drink some water.
There's a trash can over there. I should have brought it closer. Didn't know.
One, clean, bam. You see that?
It was quite marvelous.
You don't even know.
I don't think I can match it, but...
You're like so much closer. It's like a booger. He missed.
No, I missed.
He missed. I'm going to go again. No, missed. I got one, so like
that was pretty miraculous.
At least one. I got one, so that's better performance than
I think I'm going to spend the rest of my life doing this.
Than the next guy. Are you still on the... Oh, you still have one... Okay.
I'm working.
It's aluminum foil. Just rip it open.
I'm working.
You're not working very hard, though. What are you doing, man?
I'm about to throw it into the trash can.
You're going to miss. Damn.
Some of it made it. Is there some paper towels by your legs? Share that with me. Yeah.
Yeah, wipe your dribble off your chin, dude. Mm-hmm. I know those are delicious. What you been doing, man?
What have I been doing?
Yeah, what you been doing? You invited me over here to do this podcast.
I've been doing this, yeah.
I got up and left the house and came over for this. So what's going on?
Well, it was interesting that you started asking me questions. You just threw me off guard. You bring me things, and I had no idea that I was going to have to deal with such difficult aluminum foil as I continue to miss the trash can.
Your left hand sucks.
It's okay.
You call it the stranger?
Let's keep it PC.
I told my mom, I was like, don't watch. She's like, why? And I was like, it's Steven. I was like, it's probably going to be dirty.
Why?
Probably going to be vulgar. Because that's how you are.
I am. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I can always change. There's still time.
You're not going to change. What's the name of the podcast?
That's the name of my new podcast.
Yeah, and every time you say that, it's never a clean situation.
Well, you have to understand that it's a meme I'm trying to start.
Yeah, it's never going to,
You don't think it will catch on?
No, it could catch on, but it's not going to be clean.
Oh, the whole point was innuendo, yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
But
you're like, keep it PG. I'm like, there's nothing PG about the whole premise.
But, it could be. It could be.
No.
It could be, about schedules. And
you just suck 2 gummy bears down.
This is on my YouTube. Why? Stop.
You're not monetized yet, are you?
No, of course not. But yeah, no. There was a point of bringing you here. I don't know what it is, but here
you're far away, man. You're far away.
I can come slightly closer.
No, you're fine. I just don't know if I like it. As a permanent situation, you're far away. And my thing is whenever I have my podcast table and it's turned the other way, if you're right across from each other, you're really close, right? and then so you almost have to be catty corner, and that's hard to film. It's a whole thing.
Well, the idea was, to have the cameras and not have them in the way in case, someone had to pee, so
I know, I hear you.
I got
Tables
you on
are
the other end.
the right table is a hard thing to figure out. It really is. Like once you do it for a little bit, and you're like, okay, well, yeah,
It's also a small room,
it's a good sized room, man.
You think this is a good size room?
Yeah, just like we were saying beforehand, toss a rug down, maybe put a couple things on the wall so that it's just not it sounds as echoey. It probably doesn't as long as people stay close to the microphone, it's not going to sound echoey in the recording.
I'm sure it sounds okay, man.
Yeah.
I got the low cut filter on.
Yeah, and that'll be fine. But you could just do that. Other than that, it's a great room. Great room. Great room. Good size. Yeah.
Yeah. So I have to admit something to you. I wanted to get this out of the way first thing. So I set up the YouTube channel for live streaming last week, but it gave me restrictions, so I had to restart it again, and it's on a 24-hour cycle. So this is going to Steven Rosenbaum's YouTube and not that's the name of my new podcast. So this isn't episode 1, it's actually episode 0.
Oh, that's fine. That's even better. Because I'll talk shit.
You talk shit?
Yeah, I will talk shit. No, this is a great size room, man. And if you redo your cabinet and make it smaller and off to the side, and then you have room for a small love seat or a chair or two or something, so that people can be in it while it's happening, in case someone comes over with a person or two. Yeah, this is a good size room, man. You could do a lot.
There's
with
room
the
to
size.
go, and I
Yeah.
left space in the corner, and we could get some.
That's
more
what I'm
lights.
saying, man. It's a good size room, and this the equipment's awesome. Yeah, that's what one of the big things I always struggle with whenever with our podcast was table size and where how big and where we should sit. I don't know. I think my next version is going to be a square. I'm not sure because I'm thinking about a one camera shoot.
You got to have multiple sets.
Well, sure, but I'm thinking about a card table size, and then the two people sitting next to each other on a corner, in a corner, with the one camera, so that they're almost elbow to elbow, but a little bit more space, and then just a one camera. That's what kind of I don't know, but it's fun. That's the thing. It's fun.
I was actually thinking, 3 cameras. I would have.
Well, come on, of course.
I'd have one close up on each person, and then I would have, a wide of the room and the sign and decorations, which I have none of right now. But
Yeah, more cameras, the more responsibility.
more cameras, more responsibility. No, just more fun.
Well, yeah, still more responsibility.
It's just more builds, maybe.
You gotta pay attention. You gotta keep that switching on the right person.
Oh yeah. I see what you mean.
That's
there.
what I'm saying. It's more responsibility. Unless you're using a program, some AI program that detects who's talking.
I researched that.
Yeah, I'm sure by the time you have it all set up, it'll be roaring.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm just using my fingers.
No, even if you were just to take 3 months, there's probably something out right now that does pretty good. As long as everybody's not arguing, right? There's probably something that's pretty decent, because I remember just looking into it, and it's already pretty decent out there with auto switching. It's only going to get better and better. Anyway.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, we talked gear, we talked room composition, we talked seating.
Man,
You're going on a plane soon.
I'm going up. Dude, look. First of all, today, can I tell you about my day?
You may tell me about your day. First off, always. You may always tell me about your day. I'm always interested to hear that. Please.
So, let's see here. My wife and kids, they flew out to Tennessee on Monday evening. Today being Wednesday, I had a ribbon cutting with the local chamber at a clinic that I was going to go to. Hopefully meet people that would be the people to talk to do headshots and stuff for the employees and whatever. And this was set up, and so we're buying my wife's mother's old vehicle, right? It's a great Subaru, low miles, fantastic, great deal. But like, even the down payment, no problem, like $2,000, right? So our old car, we end up selling it. The old backup that this is going to replace and become like a major player. It's going to be great to have like a newer car for the second car to go along with the other one. So we sell our Civic for $2,000. So we get rid of it. We get $2,000 in cash. Perfect. This is what we had decided. This is what we had agreed on giving her parents as the down payment. We're not getting it for free, but they're giving us a great deal on it. It's going to be auto draft, no interest, like super, super cool, right? Because the Subaru is in fantastic shape. It's a great deal, right? So we're putting down this $2,000. Perfect. We don't even have to take money out of a bank. We don't have to do nothing. We sell the Civic. We have the cash. We give them the cash. Right, we're good. So I'm getting ready to, dude. I'm getting ready to go hop in the shower really quick. Get all ready. I have like 30 minutes before I need to leave, which is plenty of time. 30 minutes before I need to leave, get cleaned up really quick. I need to drive down to this clinic. As Kelsey Steeble, shout out, over in Webster, ribbon cutting, right? My phone goes off. It's Christy. And she's like, I think I lost the envelope with the money.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, she's like, I don't have it. I don't have it. We're heading out to the caverns. They were going to these caverns in Tennessee. They're out in Tennessee, and I'm at home by myself. And she's like, I can't find this $2,000. Can you check here and check there? And I'm like, oh, sure. I'm thinking, because like 99.999% of the time with Christy's like, hey, it's here. That's where it is, right? I just go over there and pick it up. And I go over there and I'm like, it ain't here. And I go over here and I'm like, it ain't there. And then next thing I know, I'm like, I can't go to this meeting. I can't go to this ribbon cutting. Like, there's like a lot of money at large. Like, it could be here. She could have lost it along the way. It could have been stolen. Who knows, right? And so I start looking. And I start looking everywhere. And of course, you know, time blows by. They go ahead and head to the caverns. And I'm like, there's no, like, now I don't have to, I can't let it go. Even if I was to let it go, I don't have time. It was like 10:45 it started. It was like an 11 to 12 thing, right? An 11 to 12 thing. And I still needed to get cleaned up, change. Like, I just had no time left. And so the rest of my day, today, the rest of my day, all I've been doing is like cleaning the house, looking for an envelope that should just be on top of everything, right? I just don't even know what, man. So stressed out over this $2,000, man.
Oh gosh,
dude. Like,
yeah, you're just kind of hanging in there. What you got some searching to do, I guess.
I searched all day. I did a lot of cleaning. I found these sunglasses. I found like 5 pairs of
sunglasses. I noticed the sunglasses. I was looking at those sunglasses. I was like, I'd never seen those sunglasses.
Well, I used to wear them like a year and a half ago, and we had 2 pairs of them like this, and they both disappeared. I found them. Of course, they were buried in Chrissy's stuff. In this drawer over here. And I looked through everything. And I'm like, man, I don't know where she even, like, we don't have a relationship where we hide stuff from each other. We just don't. There's no hiding spots. There's like not, like, we have a safe. I'm like, why wasn't the money just put in the safe? Like, we have a safe. There's a safe. You know, the combo, and the combo keeps the money safe. Like, why wasn't the money? It should have either been in the safe or it should have been in the suitcase or whatever. It should have been on you, right? Like, where is the money? And dude,
man,
all day.
That's so stressful.
All day, man. And finally, where are you going?
I'm just going right here.
All right. So finally, she like does the whole cavern thing with the girls and her sister and everything, and. Me, of course, you know me. It's ruining my day 100%, right? It's completely like ruining my day. And Finally, you got to turn that down. Put that on mute real quick. Of course, you know me. It's ruining my day. 100%. It's like ruining my day. I can't listen to myself. You're gonna have to. Okay, good. So anyway, I can still hear myself.
That's hilarious.
Okay, so we go to we fast forward a little bit, and it's the evening, and she finally gets back and everything, and I'm like, what's going to end up happening is she's going to have it, right? Like she has to have. I'm just like I went through everything. I was like, there's no way she has to have it. There's no way she doesn't have it. And she's like, no, I don't have it. And I was like, well, did you check here? Did you check there? She's like, I checked here. I'll do that when I get back to the house. And so she gets to the first house and she checks the baggage and everything. And no, but like they had stopped by the sisters or whatever, and so there was one bag over there. And she gets there and it's like no. And then she like checks everything again. And she finally texts me and she finds this shit. Dude, she finds it, Steven, in her sock. No. In her sock that she had rolled up and packed. And dude, and which is like, okay, great. Like you hid it from yourself. That's great. Like completely destroyed my day. Like, we're comfortable, but we're not like lose $2,000 and the vehicle comfortable. Like that's a lot. I mean, I was like starting to look. Okay, I'm gonna have to cash out some crypto to make sure we don't take a big hit. And like whatever, I'm like, man, it's been doing good lately. Today it went down a little bit, but like I was like, man, I'm ready to just. I mean, I was like 30 minutes from cashing out enough to cover the spread. I was like, holy crap, man! Like, what are we supposed to do? Like, it was just like it just disappeared. Like the car's gone, the money's gone. I'm like, crap. But man, next time, I told her, and she's like more responsible to me with some stuff, and I told her, I was like, look, next time. You get handed any cash, you just give it to me. Like I will handle the cash. Cause I would just stick it straight in the safe, and it would be there until it was time to move to where it needed to go. It would just be like I was like I never even handled that money. Like it came in, it was in an envelope. She put it wherever she put it. I had no idea where she put it, and then it was supposed to go off with either go into the bank or go to give to her parents. Just wild. So it was a very stressful day today. It was at the point, I don't know if I was going to make it. Like, if she hadn't have found it, I don't know if I was going to be able to make it. Because I would have been like, we're just down $2,000 all of a sudden. Like, we went to Vegas, but there was no fun. There was nothing. In fact, we weren't even together, and we're just down $2,000. Like, that would have just sucked.
Yeah, it's almost like you chopped down a tree, and then the next day some new neighbor moved in and was like, I was here to chop down the tree.
But at least you had something to show. Like it was just gone. Like the Civic, it was like just gone. Cars gone, cash gone,
money just gone.
Yeah, but like it was supposed to go towards the payment for the next car.
What do you think the sock? Because you don't lose your socks.
Because what did I do? What did I do? Because I'll stash stuff in socks whenever we travel.
You will?
Yeah.
I've never stashed anything in a sock. I never even thought to.
Yeah. Nothing like horrible or anything, but
That's so crazy in a sock, though.
I normally will put the cash.
That made no sense. That decision came from being like very, very tired.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But okay, so whenever we travel and we're bringing cash, I'll normally stick it in a sock, right? Something like that. Like if it's like the larger amount, I'll put it somewhere where no one's really gonna, this is all I have type of thing. I don't bring all of it in one spot at once, except for wherever my stash is.
Oh man, that's crazy. All right, so we're going to take a break. I'm going to change a battery in the camera because cameras are.
Has it been 30 minutes?
No, it's not because it's been 30 minutes. It's because, because, batteries suck. I will be right back. One moment, please. Okay, very cool. There's just a small problem with the focus.
The gap.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's how you know it's really live.
Yeah. That's what makes it more fun, playing with the camera gear and just, I love troubleshooting the live streaming equipment because it is organic. It doesn't work well. When you can get the live stream to work and it looks good, it's almost like, whoa, how did you do that?
Yeah.
Can you show me how to do that? Because I tried to go live and it just didn't work.
Do you remember that time whenever we did the during COVID? I did the
when Facebook just completely went down.
Yeah, it was like the one night we were doing like the virtual. I put together that whole virtual bridal show because nothing could happen, and you were there to help us produce it. We cleared my living room out. We had like 2 cameras and 2 sets going, the whole thing, and then Facebook went. If y'all remember in early lockdown, whenever Facebook just went out that night, that was the night. They completely went out for just for 45 minutes.
So much for our well-planned virtual, bridal show.
And it was just that one night. It was so frustrating.
Oh, yeah. That was,
that's what happens.
And, I was live streaming gear was new, too, so it wasn't as troubleshooted as it is now.
No, I mean, but back then, I feel like the Facebook platform was more help. It did more. I felt like it actually handled more of it. You didn't have to have much fancy gear. You could just, I don't know. I mean, like you could still do it with just one camera, but it seems like it was better or maybe just easier back in those days. But you know how things change.
That's right. You could have your one capture card and just go right into Facebook, and it would recognize it, and it would be like, you want to go live with this camera, and you would have a pull down, and you could use that camera. Like right now, I'm using like software,
right,
to to go to a streaming platform, to go to all my different streaming platforms. So it's like
we just went Zoom, and in Zoom there was a drop down that was like go live to Facebook, and you would just go live into your group or whatever, or onto your page or whatever. And it was just that easy. Like it was just an option. Anyway, Facebook's always making it more complicated. All the programs, they must keep making it more. Like they keep adding more, and through adding more, there's just more complication. And
Facebook is also limiting what you can do with your live streaming. They don't let you keep it on the page for as long anymore. Always, like, they one time called out the sound effect of charcoal on paper when I was drawing live. I was live streaming, and the only noise in the room, in the whole house, was the sound, because I wired, the microphone to be, set to the paper so you could hear the sound of the charcoal on the paper.
Yeah, that's satisfying. Yeah,
right?
Sure.
And they called me out for it. It's like, you stole this sound effect. And I was like, no, look at the video that the sound corresponds with the movement of my hand. Like, you cannot be more genuine me. Like also, who's calling me out on this? Like, on my sounds of charcoal. On charcoal and
an
paper
early
sounds.
Dumb algorithm.
Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean,
I think they pulled that video out. I don't think it has sound. I think it's still no, because like all my old videos are no longer up. They're still on YouTube though.
Yeah, that's fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the best.
Man, I love it when that kind of stuff happens. What do you do?
I don't know. Complain at your local chamber of commerce.
I love my chamber. Shout
Well,
out.
what's that like, going to a chamber meeting?
Man, it's a lot of fun. I meet a lot of people. I mean, I meet a lot of the right people. Like, for instance, there's a new chain of gas stations popping up in the Clear Lake area called Motu. And, like, I know the guy that owns that.
Motu.
Yeah, and there's like
That's
a dog.
cool.
It's like a dog face, and each one of them is like themed different. Like there's a Lego one. There's like a space kind of NASA themed one. There's just different themes for each one, kind of. And he's a really nice guy, but like it's just interesting. Like you just start to meet the people that are with either the owners or the people that represent these companies. So. There's just a lot of stuff going on. Like I said, I missed a ribbon cutting today because of the situation, but it's fun, like it's a lot of fun, and yeah, I don't know, man.
Okay, so is like your house now more clean or less clean? Because you must have torn it upside down.
Oh, it's a lot better now, actually. Because I was going through stuff. It was already pretty clean because you know how I went. I mean, up until today, I hadn't said anything to like a person unless I got a phone call from the wife, which was like once a day. This whole time, I haven't been saying
it's
anything.
been underwear in the living room up until now.
Yeah, and so that's how I was when I was searching for everything. But I already kind of cleaned up, and I knew for sure where things weren't. But I was still looking. I was still like, okay, if I was her walking around with the envelope, like with 2 G's in it, and I just wanted to slip it somewhere for safekeeping. Just for a few days, like where would I pop it? And of course, I kept on coming back in the safe that we have. You just put it in the damn safe, and then like you make sure, like if it's not in your luggage, like that's why I was like, she has to have it. And I was like, man, my day was ruined, and I didn't go to this thing, and it's gonna come down to it, and she's gonna have it. And I mean, sure enough, she did. And thank God, like I would rather have had that.
Okay, we gotta move on. It was a good for a laugh, but
yeah. I mean, I'm glad that
we're both going to pay for keep on talking about this any longer. So for the sake of expediency, tell me about some of like the gigs you've gone through the chamber, because that sounds cool. Like everyone at my job networks, people walk into the office and they'll see an old time friend and like, you're here. You do this too? But yeah, so
It's been a lot of like small business to business. I've done like recently. I had a Atlas Med Spa, and it was like a yearly customer appreciation event that they do. I've in the chamber itself. They have these big events, and they like each year they have like a big ball, and photographed that last year, photographing it again this year. Did headshots for a lot of different companies and for the chamber themselves. And just always trying to push to get more. Really, it's a lot of fun though. You get to meet the people that are actually the business people. Like, so for instance, there's a battery place on Bay Area Boulevard, and I've never thought twice about it. It's in the shopping center. We go to the breakfast place in the end. There's a Thai cottage cafe type of thing in that strip center. Me and Christy will go there sometimes and grab some Thai food. But there's this battery place, and I never really thought anything about it. And then I meet the people there, and I start talking to them. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm a photographer. And they're like, hey, yeah, so we can get any of the stuff that you need, any of the batteries. Like, we have them. And if we don't have them, we'll have them like in a day. And I'm like, oh, even for this and that? And like, yes. And so, and they're supposed to have even better deals. So
same price? Yeah, better deals.
Because that's what they do is only batteries, right?
Are we talking about like Canon batteries?
Canon batteries.
Sony batteries?
Godox batteries.
Really? And it's a better. See, now I need to know about that hookup because of what I do.
So I need to go over there and talk to them. Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, so
here I am doing rentals. Part of my job is replacement of missing batteries.
Yeah, so like
finding a better price is beneficial for me and my clients.
Exactly. And I had no idea that that's what they were dealing with over there, right? I thought it was going to be bricks of rechargeable AA's, but I'm, kind of past that point now with all the lithium chunks and whatever. So I was like, oh, you wouldn't have what I need. And he's like, try me. And I started telling him, he's like, no, all that. And I'm like, oh, really? He's like, yeah. I'm like, okay. So, I mean, that's like a really cool connection that I wouldn't have had. I wouldn't have known anything about it. I highly recommend chambers because you do get into the heartbeat of what's going on, and it helps you, especially as a small business owner. If you're just entrepreneurship type of thing, you don't have that water cooler talk. You don't get to talk to people throughout the day. You don't have the colleagues. And so having networking groups and chambers and things like that to go to where you know people, where you can go and blow off steam and like, hey, after this meeting, you want to go to Chili's? Like as a entrepreneur type of person, you don't have the people like, hey, let's go grab tacos tonight. Like, you don't ever get that, right? It's just you. That's it. So like you miss out on this whole part of the social aspect, which is you just don't get back unless you really grow. And if you don't really grow to a bigger company where you have people around, then you really have this situation where you're alone. And like, man, I hermit out a lot. Like me and Christy will both end up, we'll have to call each other out. Like, hey, we should probably like not just take a shower, but actually like put some effort into like after the shower, not just putting on basketball shorts and a hoodie. And like, I have a freaking vent that blows down my head all day when I'm editing. So I'll end up literally with the hood on and just like sweats and trying to block myself from the AC because where the AC is hitting my wife and the other part of the house isn't near as cold. So I have to bear Arctic temperatures to make sure And then like when it's...
How much longer do you think you're going to still have to edit? Like until that's just like done. How much longer do you think?
So what? Like I don't have to edit
anymore? You're just completely turned over to AI and it's taking that from you. Because it's coming. And you're going to edit still, probably for art's sake, for certain shots, but
exactly. So, in general, if I was so busy, like whenever I get really busy, I don't edit. Really, I use AI. Engagement sessions, I tend to more do by myself, and boudoir, I'll edit by myself. weddings, big events, a lot of that I can just blow through AI. And then I still I still go by and look at everything because you just never know. But like, yeah, if I was leaning into it really heavy, I wouldn't have to do anything already. Like already, you could already have it set up so that you can get it trained to edit your way, or that takes more time. So you have to have a lot more images to like give AI for it to learn what you're doing. And so you have to have different profiles. Like you would have to have like 5,000 images of just boudoir the way you shoot it. Right. And then if all of a sudden you shot something way different, it wouldn't work. The editing wouldn't.
Do you really think it would take that manual, or if you would?
Yeah,
would
that's what they
have
asked
info,
for.
you know, because
That's
it
what
would
they asked
have
for.
info from like other photographers.
Well,
too.
okay,
So
that's the other.
shoot
So
similar.
no, that's the other thing, right? So you can say, "Hey, this is how I shoot, and I want you to learn mine, but it needs like 5,000 images to start to learn it, right?" Or you can use their profiles, but then you have to kind of shoot in a way that their profiles work out. So there's all these different professional photographers, big names that have their own profile sets in these Imagine AI or AI companies or whatever. And so you can pick on whoever's name. Oh, I like this photographer, right? But like, you also have to learn to shoot so that you can use that preset in an optimized way, right? So you can't, like, it's not going to just magically work. You have to be within certain parameters, or it's not going to. It'll just make it like, you know what I'm saying. Like if you're doing dark and moody and you shot too dark already, it's not going to. You know, like you have to shoot in the parameters to make sure that it's going to work. So it's whenever we're doing it, we're using our images to juice up the AI, right? So I have a specific catalog just for Silver Sycamore because I can't use that AI profile for anything else. Right? Because it's just like way too warm there.
Silver Sycamore is a crazy venue. The difference in the tones and the colors, especially from the little chapel area to the rest of it, because it goes from like green, 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 orange.
It's super romantic to the eye.
Yeah,
it's very beautiful. It's really low lit. And
it looked great when it was on Mo.
Yeah, no, I mean, and it can look really great, right? But whenever you get into like a wedding situation where, because it's never in the middle of the day, sometimes it is, but like that place is warm and it has that pine and it makes all skin tones kind of blend. You have to add contrast, right? I don't know how they lit Mo. They lit it somehow because they had to add in contrast. They had to be able to separate a little bit. I've tried everything there. I remember I tried to.
They honestly didn't have much from the chapel. No. It was all.
I wonder why.
It was all like, you know, right outside. They had a huge scene right outside of it, and I think it was like 20 seconds of it. You know, the actual wedding. I don't remember. Maybe it was the chapel, but it's been. I need to catch the new season. That's some of my things to do.
Did they make another season?
Yeah, there's a season 2.
Oh man, I thought he said that there's no way he was going to do another season of it.
Well, you know, Israel got aggressive.
Yeah.
Israel got aggressive, so you had to, put a little.
Put
out a little more media, so you get a little bit more say in the media.
I was very.
That's what I would do.
Because the family's out of town, so I've been spending more time looking at Netflix and whatever. And Mo was all over it, and I'm like, man, that was like 2 years ago or something, 3. Like, why is it everywhere all of a sudden? I didn't realize there was another season out. That's awesome. We loved it. It was a great show, man. We had a lot of fun with that one. That was a lot of fun, man. It really. It's funny to be from the area because you know certain things like. They connected Houston to like the outskirts like that, and it's just not like that.
Oh no, there was like you can get there.
You can get there. You can also
an hour and a half, I mean, like 2 hours, 3 hours.
But you know what I'm talking about? They made it seem a lot smaller than it was.
Yeah,
like those distances that they were talking about.
Impossible. It was just like next scene. I'm somewhere out in the outskirts by Vineyards. Apparently,
and my shirt's dry. I didn't sweat at all. Like you'd be like, I need water. Help me.
Yeah, that's the one thing about the show they don't get, like the fact that Houstonians are always dying. Constantly.
Like right there, there's always dying, period.
Just,
like,
yeah, they're just...
Yeah. That's why we have the medical center. We're always dying. Life flight's always in the air. There's... we're...
Just always some old lady who just had a stroke because she don't have AC. She was 95, but no AC. But this year was the year, and she's being lifelined out.
Dude, there was I saw a map that came out today, and it was like from I think it was from like the Weather Center, but it might have been, I'm not really sure. Some bullshit FDA, I'm not really sure, but it was a map of like the dirty South, like the dirty South, all the way down through Texas and whatever. And it was like something about like think twice before you drink. And the whole article was about the heat of like what's going on right now, like the summer mixed with alcohol and people being irresponsible. It was hilarious. I was like, yeah, I mean, you gotta be a professional. Like you can't do that. Like
there's just no water.
Yeah, depending on where you're at, right?
They have to drink liquor. It's the only water they have. It's the only thing liquid still.
You gotta carry.
It's the only thing that hasn't evaporated yet.
You gotta carry your water in Texas, man. You have no idea. You always gotta keep it with you because like it's the truth.
It's on the table.
Yeah, I know. You're all out here with the gold on the table, man.
Mm-hmm.
Big ballin'.
You got to have that filtered niceness.
Yeah. No, for sure. It's wild, though. I don't know, man. What you been up to?
I've been up to a lot of work. A lot of recording podcasts. I recorded, let's see, The Truth is Not, The Truth podcast. I think it's Nothing But the Truth. I'm not the demographic, but I recorded that podcast a couple weeks before. I did the photography for that show. They did a live event. It was a lot of fun. That was cool. I did a live stream of let's see, a community outreach show called Discovering Our Voices, which had some really great performing artists on it. Definitely look up Discovering Our Voices. It was really cool. It is PG, so definitely check it out. There's live music on it. I figured out how to use a mixer that I'd never seen before in my life. Figured out how to like get sound from my computer into the mixer, back into my switcher, back into... I don't know how I did it.
It gets too complicated.
I don't know what I did, but I got it to work.
So what are these things?
So those are pencil sharpeners. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ! They're out there like servos or some shit. Like
yeah.
Why do you need 2 pencil sharpeners?
Well, you should be sharpening pencils right now for me because I always need sharp pencils, and it'd be a great
I want to
help.
know. Like I'm going to put you on the spot. Like 2 years ago, you said you're like I got your girl as a pencil sharpener. And you're like, you put it in and it pops back out. And then you're like, oh, it came in and it doesn't work right. And then you're like, I'll get it fixed. And then like, never saw the fucking pencil sharpener. What the fuck's up, man? Why are you promising shit to little children and not?
I don't know what happened to that pencil sharpener.
I don't know either. I figure you just like sold it for profit.
I know it probably broke. It probably didn't work. And I was like, oh. I like tried to like graciously back away. It's probably what happened because I don't remember this at all. I got other pencil sharpeners.
Yeah, you like all hyped it up. You're like, you put it in and it shoots it back out when it's done. You don't remember this?
No, I do not. I bet you a piece of leg got stuck in it and I had to take it back and it was just broken.
Pencil sharpeners suck. I don't know how we got on this topic because I see 2 of the exact same thing here.
No, they both work though.
Yeah, we had one that we had to throw away. They got and like, man, okay.
No, eventually
I
they
don't
do
want to
break.
throw Christy under the bus.
No more of these stories.
No. But like something happened to it, and I wasn't there. and a piece of lead got stuck in there. And so she took it apart to get the lead out, but she didn't pay attention on which way the blade went back in. And so when she put it together, it didn't work right. And then by the time we got to take it apart and figure out there wasn't the original of which way it went, and she didn't know either, so we couldn't get it back together. And then things started breaking because we did it too many times, and we had to throw it away. And the kids were like, I'm going to pencil sharpener. I was like, fuck your pencil sharpener.
Kind of, but sort of, yeah.
That's how that goes, though.
Yeah, they got so many pencil sharpeners. I got a couple on my desk at work. I think it's the same kind.
We can't talk about pencil sharpeners anymore.
Okay.
We can't do that. So, let me tell you something. We need a break.
You want to do a break? We could do a break.
We need a quick break. I'm going to tell you about something.
Okay. Absolutely.
All right. It's going to be good.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, yeah. So you pulled me to the side and you pretty much told me, you let me know that something happened at this location that you shoot at. Not, and it's a place that you've done work before. So you've been there, but yeah.
So we had this engagement session.
I'll let you get to it, yeah, for sure.
That I just showed you, and it's not very often that I'm like,
gorgeous place.
Yeah, I mean, I was very happy with this session.
Yeah, beautiful images.
Yeah, we just went through them. They're great, right? But like we had some issues. So I'm not going to mention the location of the place, but we were at a spot in Galveston photographing, or we were trying to, and they had a $250 session fee, which is cool. That's fine. And then they wanted you to sign a piece of paper. They wanted you to sign something, pretty much giving up your rights to the images, saying that like anything that's photographed on their property gives them the rights, right? Like they get the rights to the images because it's on their property. I'm like, that's just not how it works. Well, anyway, the people that we were photographing, luckily had a family member that worked at this specific location. And like whenever a client's like, hey, I want to do this or I want to do that, and I'm like, okay, look, do your homework, right? Places cost money. If you're going to set it up, like just make sure, right? And so that like they were told everything is fine. Then we show up and the planner's there with us and it wasn't fine. All of a sudden they start talking about this thing we have to sign and this payment that we have to make. And I'm just like, look, we're not going to pay anything. Like if we pay something, like they can pay us back or whatever. And then the planner was like, I mean, I would pay it and then she'd pay me back. Great, whatever. But like not signing anything or whatever. So luckily, like they did call the person they knew, and we didn't have to pay and we didn't sign anything. Like they didn't want you posting anything on social media. They didn't want to be tagged in anything. It's like, what? Like this helps. Like how can you? I don't know what they're thinking, but like anyway.
Yeah, that's hilarious because I definitely have.
And you saw the images, like how, like you would want that out. Why is that a bad thing to have?
Look, I was just in this specific location. I was just in the specific location as your photo booth, but I'm like, I'm not just
the same place.
The same place. Yeah. So I'm like, I'm not going to just.
That's right. The
because
one with all the roses.
It was
you were
gorgeous.
At that one. That's right.
So I'm like, I'm not just going to, I got to drive all the way here. This photo booth is going to it's going to be impossible to park at. This photo booth is going to be impossible to set up. Like, I want to at least bring a camera and get some images, something.
I remember that.
So I got there super early because it was the only way, and it was like. I had to roll the photo booth over planks of wood that were we're putting this down and this window doesn't normally open it up, but look, we're opening it up today because all the hallways are just under renovation.
We're going to open it up today because we know it'll be a pain in your ass. I remember where you had to set up.
So I had to
such a beautiful wedding though, that was.
I had to pull the photo booth car across these planks of wood and get through this narrow area.
They have ramps now, by the way, everywhere.
I'm sure. It's very convenient. But anyways, after
it wasn't then.
But
I remember this.
But I brought my camera and I got so many images inside. I just started walking around the hotel and started taking pictures.
Did they give you shit?
No.
Okay.
I tried to buy a drink at the bar and they didn't let me do that. But
so the place, it got renovated and now it's all uptight. And again, I'm not going to mention any names or anything. We're not trying to start anything directly with. It's just weird because the images are so good, and we didn't sign anything, and we are posting them and we are tagging them, and it's just if they want to cause trouble over it, they can. But we didn't sign anything, and the images are beautiful. And there's no reason to not share them. It just makes no sense. And it was feeling like the lady at the counter was just trying to be on a power trip about it. I get it. Rules are rules, but sometimes the rules don't account for everybody whenever you know someone. Luckily, they knew somebody, so we got lucky. But I mean, you know, they're the fresh images coming out right now on our social media. If you're interested in seeing what they are, it's his and hers photo. Just hit spell. It's all plural, his and hers photo, and then photos with an F. But they are some pretty images. It's just weird to have that reaction, especially whenever it had been planned and booked. Like, it was a thing. It wasn't like not on the. It was on the books. Like, they knew we were coming. It wasn't like a surprise or anything. Strange.
I can spell that for you if you want. It'll just take me about 20 minutes. But those images. I wanted to talk about some of the technique you used to, like, as some of the more natural quality, because I don't really do a lot of posy stuff in my work. I'm real simple. I just get a client to like turn, so like build lines very simply. But
yeah,
you get a natural expression, and you use like a hip check technique. You had your clients like did
you like those images? Like right there in that little group, and like the very last one of that is so perfect. Yeah, man, you get to the point where you just.
How do you get your clients to be natural? You know, like hockey
I don't
players.
do it right away. At the beginning, I always instruct them. So it doesn't take much for people to get a little trust in you. If you take the time out to be like, hey, look, I'm going to ask you to do a few different things. Guys, we always stand on one foot. And we bend the other knee a little bit. We don't swing our hips, but we always stand like a pelican. Or like a stork. One foot, bend, and then like we switch. We don't really swing our hips, but we switch legs. We always keep one bent. And then girls, I'm like, y'all do the same thing, but you pop your hip a little bit, you know? And then like hands, they're just like an excuse to do stuff. You know, if the weird thing is like it feels awkward, but like everybody has them, so it doesn't look awkward. If your hand's just hanging, it just feels that way. But like if you need something to do with it, you can hook your thumb or like put your fingers in the pocket. Don't do both. You don't want to look like an amputee. Love the amputees, but if you're not one, you don't want to look like one. Just like that type of stuff. And I'm just like reassuring them, like, you're fine. And it's like, make sure you stand like this. And then as soon as I go through like my little spiel with them and I kind of show them myself and I'm a little goofy, then they like trust me that I'm going to be like, hey, like, if you turn just a little bit this way, because like they're like, okay, he's actually being really specific. And so, like, the fun thing is a lot of people hire us because our stuff looks natural, but it's super instructed and posed. But we just gain their trust on listening to us. And the biggest problem that we'll ever have is having somebody that doesn't want to listen to us. And, like, one every 3 years, we'll get, like, that cocky guy or this girl that thinks whatever, and then they ruin their own thing. Because like we're not only are we like trying to like get a natural look from you, but we're also trying to get it from our angle. And our angle is like 5'6" and under. So it's not like we have a unique angle, and like we might like we're a little like shorter, and so cameras have to be up higher sometimes or whatever. But for our angle, we're shooting at this like more like a slightly upward person downward as a power position for a lot of people to us. And it works out, but like if you're somebody that doesn't want to listen to us, you just want to throw your nose in the air and you think, oh, I'm proud and this and that. Like from our angle, like we're literally looking at your throat. We're looking at your throat and the fucking boogers you did not get out. You got a little booger sugar left over from last night, whatever. But like you're like it's not good, right? So like
it's even lower if you're hand holding the camera.
Yeah, right.
You're like here, it's like. Whoa, that's up her skirt now.
That's a rough angle, man. That's an architectural angle. Waist level is a rough angle unless people are real hungry. You know what I'm saying? You have to be real hungry.
You have to hold the camera up to your eyes. So here, I'm going like this.
Yeah. But so like at this spot, it was fun to be able to, we only had an hour, but it was fun to be able to actually, I knew we were going into the Red Bar. And so I was thinking I want to use a red gel. I want to be able to accentuate it. And so like
red gel, that was so cool.
Yeah, I mean, it gives a good highlight. And there's like a final image that's edited where I go into the I go into like the ruby chandelier that's hanging before the gel, and I pull down a gradient mask, and I lighten it up a little bit and make it a little bit brighter than it should be, but not much. And then I go in Photoshop and I take out every single white highlight. Because like from my main light, even though it was gridded and I'm just lighting the couple, there's it like the rubies, the cut gems are catching these highlights that are white. And so I go through and I take out all those white highlights. And I'll find it like to show you that specific shot, because it really is something that that makes it just that little bit better. But for me to find it, you'll have to talk for a second.
Okay. Oh man, you're putting me on the spot. I was just hoping to, ask you some questions. But...
Ride the coattails. Now, I'll have it here in a second. Now, watch. Here I come.
No, you're good.
No, I'm already there.
Okay.
And I just have to find which one it is.
I forgot even what
here,
we were talking about.
Here. All right. I'm going to have to come over there.
Okay.
So, see the highlights and everything in there?
Yes, I remember this image.
Okay, watch.
Nice.
All right, and you see how it's... I just use a gradient, like a linear gradient mask to brighten that up. And then I took all the highlights out of it, so it would just be more red. And then I dumped all the red like way up, and it didn't affect them at all because I have no red on them, right? And yeah, and you can see how big of a difference it actually makes for the final image. That's the final.
Yeah, that's really nice.
And take it. Like, there was highlights on that picture, and I took out a lot of highlights on a lot of different things. But like that final, like, you can see all these like the highlights, but that one image I did completely out. It's just so nice. You get no distraction. There's just red, right? Isn't that nice? I love it. I get crazy with detail sometimes.
The composition is what really matters, because you're competing at such a high level now against like so many different photographers who have also studied their craft, who also are in your price range, and are probably within 80 to 100 miles of you as well. So
yeah.
Well, especially in a city as large as Houston, there's just so many.
It's a pain in the
options.
ass, dude, because you don't want that to be the focus. You don't want it to be in your head. In general, I want to be.
But the art was there, like the composition, the color,
I want to
the
be
gradient.
competing against myself.
Yeah,
but like it's not 10 years ago. It's not just 10 years ago. There's a lot of people with a lot of skill out there, but the problem is there's a lot of people that don't deliver. Skill doesn't matter near as much as trust in delivery at this point. There's a lot of people that can shoot at a certain level. Gear has gotten out of control. Things that don't matter to customers because they don't understand the lingo, but like dynamic range has gotten to the point where, like you can have a general idea of what you're doing, get some great images, and you can rip a lot of people off. And there's a lot of people doing that. You kind of get what you pay for. And there's a lot of people that steal images and show themselves as one thing, and then that's not what you get. And again, if you're lucky, if you get. I'm still shocked that there's so many people.
Well, we see that in the groups all the time.
The horror stories.
It shows up, once every, 5 minutes. So
the horror stories of weddings and events, but then there's also the horror stories.
How do you vet that photographer? On those images, like I don't post a lot, but I do amazing work, and like I have more of like a word to mouth. Like someone who's talking about me is probably a venue or another customer. That's the only time people come across
that's safe for you. That works out because there's somebody saying like, "Hey, look, he delivered for me." Whenever you're just trying to get, whenever like it's the only thing you do, and you're trying to get clients out of thin air, you really have to. I've turned clients down. I've turned them down because of words that they use or phrases that they say. I remember.
What's the trigger phrase?
It's just photos. Like someone literally said, I don't understand why it's so expensive. They're just photos or they're just pictures or something. And I was like, I'm not going to be able to work with you. Because like
that was a no sale anyways.
Yeah.
They were in your price range and they were upset.
It was even a micro wedding, and it was still just, but like there was no. It's not even. Sometimes it's not even the money. It wasn't even like. It was more like for the money, I don't want to deal with this person kind of thing. Like I have worked for less and been happy for that money and working with that person with that experience because they appreciated it. You can you can get $100 for a job if someone really appreciates it, and you're totally fine. You are 100% good with the experience because they appreciated what you did and they were like grateful for it. Like I did a session for you that I didn't want any money for, and you insisted. But like the meaning behind me being able to do that for you was more important than any type of compensation. Like me doing that for you was like what made it worth doing, right? And so like there's a lot
I gave you like what I figured would be enough for you to be like, okay, this helped me keep the the lights on in the studio for a little bit, so it wasn't like I didn't lose money on not being able to book a client because I didn't have the time in the studio.
I probably spent it on buying steak for us to grill out with together. To be real, it didn't matter.
The same with the wine.
Yeah, but the point is that it doesn't matter, right? The point is it doesn't matter. It was a nice gesture of you, but like just being able to do it. Like I just did another one of those. Did you see the one I sent you in the Astros?
The doggy on the bench?
It was already over.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like it was messed up. It happened really fast. Like I did the session and then I went out of town for like 2 days and I told them, I was like, hey, like I already posted the images. They loved them. I'm like, hey, like make your decision while I'm out of town or whatever. If you don't make your decision before I go out of town, I'll be back on this day. But like I have to, you have to be able to let me know so I can unlock the images, right? What you want to do for your package. And I was like, hey, I gave them the heads up, and then I'm like, hey, I'm back in town. No pressure. I know the people. I photographed their wedding. No big deal, right? It was in silence. And I was like, oh, that's not good. And so it was silence for like a few days, and then I was like, hey, man, just one of those reminders, like, hey, like, and he's like, oh, which is, he didn't tell me nothing other than it's been it's been an emotional few days, and I was like, shit. I'm like, and look, man, there was him and that. There was you and there was Heidi and her. Like I'm like the last rites freaking animal photographer. I don't even get it, dude. But like this was
because
people trust me
of artists, and a lot of artists. They're going to, when it comes to something like that, they're going to go to an artist that they trust. Like I do more sales of my art from other artists than I do from just passerbyers because
it just sucks, man. Because I'm like that last one was like
it's that trust. One artist can see because your composition and your ability to capture moments it's up there. So a lot of people don't necessarily see that. They just see the another finished product. So.
Maybe that's all people are just wanting a finished fucking product, not having to wait 6 months.
Oh, yeah, I'm the worst of that.
No, I'm just saying, well, you have to be better because people can do math. You have to be better because people can do math. You have to at least be willing to be like, okay, I can do 10 images a day.
Oh, I'm not.
But okay, so people take way too long to deliver images, and I'm like, at a certain point, people can do math, and if you're delivering 800 images, 600 to 800 to 1,000, between 600 and 1,000 images, people can do math at a certain point. If you give them something, if you wait 6 months and give them 400 images, but people can do math. What the hell took so long? If you only do 10 images a day, I don't need you to do anything. You do 3 before breakfast. Or before you go to work or whatever. Do 6 later. 10 images a day. How long is it really going to take? People can do math. And so, it's one of the things that got me to be a lot faster with my delivery of weddings is because, People can just do basic math. Like, it shouldn't take that long. Even if you had 5 weddings going, and you're like, okay, I'm going to do 10 images a day on 50 images a day. You're going to eventually get through it all. But like people just don't. Like they just like get overwhelmed and go to the bar or go like to Pilates or it's like but like just divide it out and like you have to just get the work done. It's weird because like people can do math, right? Like it's not.
Like, depression's a motherfucker for artists, right?
Yeah, it is. But like
swearing, no.
Maybe they need to think about like, the way I'm saying it though, because like you don't have to think about I have to go through 3,000 images. Although one of my like biggest nemesis is culling. I hate culling. I hate going through stuff.
I mean, it takes time.
Oh, over and over and over and over again. I'll call it like 5 times before I start editing. And then I'll start editing.
Because otherwise you would have like 1,500 images.
It's ridiculous.
You would have to edit 2,200 images. You somehow got to get it to a decent number. No one wants that many images.
You say that, but like that, like one of the
no one wants 1,200 images. What are you going to do with that?
Okay.
You're not going to buy them. You're not going to post them. You're not going to put them on the screen.
Okay, you say that, but the people that I know, the people that I follow that shoot $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 weddings, are putting out albums that are like 5 volumes with like 3,800 images. That's like, and that's the difference. They have, a $10,000 photographer, $15,000 photographer is going to have like multiple shooters, and there's going to be a lot of images, and there's going to be a lot. It's just a lot, and that's one of the things. They're like, not only are they getting images the same night, but they're also like getting volumes. Like they're maybe $7,000 initial investment, but then they like spend 10,000 on extra everything because they just shoot so much. Like you can have all the digital images, but let's put them in albums, and they do the sales, and they like it's nuts. But that's how they're not just getting like, it's not like you by yourself with like one person. It's not like me and my wife all of a sudden getting paid to shoot $10,000 weddings. No. It's a whole team and like a lot more like delivery. There's a lot more delivery in that. It's not just the experience, but it's also just the sheer volume.
Yeah, of course. It would be a crew.
You
would have to have, 3 to 5 people.
They deliver volumes
on just editing to get that out. Same night if you were going to do that. So you would need, 4 photographers and 3, editors. So that's 7 people on a team. So, 10K divided among 7. Like some people are only getting paid, $400 for the night. Some people are getting paid $3,000. Some people are getting,
right.
Maybe you're just the guy who swaps memory cards. So you get $50.
You get maybe a feature. Yeah, but like they're doing that, and on top of that, to make the weddings like be able to charge that much, and events, not just weddings, but events, they're culling, editing, printing, like with these small dice-ups and these small Epsons that print out like 4x6s and 5x7s. They're printing stuff out and delivering like a stack of, here's the first half of your day to the bride and groom or whatever. While they're having their dinner, because they have that, because you got hired to sit there and just do that. You're like
there's some guy who's just holding an envelope while they're eating steak. He's like, "Do you want me to turn the page?"
Maybe. You know what I'm saying? We dead again?
No, we good.
I can just talk all night, so.
Hey, that's fine.
I know it's not fine for me. I have to get back.
Yeah, you have that early morning appointment.
Yeah, man. I have to go get my license renewed. I just turned 50, and I have to get my license renewed.
It's such a crazy thing.
And I had to go get my birth certificate.
So crazy,
dude. I had to go get my birth certificate.
Birth certificate.
I had to go get my. Look at this.
Birther.
Listen to me. I turned 50 on July 15th. It's like, what, the 22nd? Like a week beforehand, maybe 2 weeks, I was like, I need to set my appointment to go get my license renewed because it's out. I have the little golden star and whatever, but it's still, I have to get a new photo, right? The photo is like 15, 20 years old. And so, I'm like, okay. And, man, I have to go get this done. But I had to go get a birth certificate. A birth certificate. I had to get, we couldn't find mine. So I had to go get like the, whatever they print at the clerk's office. It's not the full thing, but it's like, it works. But I had to go get the birth certificate, right? I had to get that ready. But I tried to set the appointment like a week or two before my birthday. And it was like, my birthday was the 15th. And it was like the 23rd at 9:10 a.m. of July. Or, and that was like at the one by me. Because it was looking at like all of in the general Houston area. The next one was like the 8th or 9th of August, up at like the one off Gessner near the Beltway. Like the next appointment event, I was like, Jesus Christ. And the funny thing is tomorrow morning, 9:10 is my appointment. And then I get picked up at noon and dropped off at Intercontinental at like 12:45 to catch a 2:30 plane out to meet my family. And it's that close. It's like I have to get this done. I have to get that done. I have to get back to my house just so I can start packing and crap. It's wild.
You're not packed.
No, I'm going to be there for a few days, and then we're buying. It's such a great deal, dude.
Do you have enough underwear?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Everything's clean. But I'm driving a grandparents kept vehicle. We're getting my wife's her parents, her mom.
We spoke about the vehicle earlier in the podcast many hours ago.
Did we?
I feel like it was like 3 hours ago now.
No, it shouldn't be 3 hours.
No, it was
hour
like
and a half.
Hour. Yeah.
Anyway, I'm driving that back. Like I fly out there to go to like a family reunion on their end at the lake in North Carolina, and then hang out with them for just a day and a half, 2 days, and then maybe more, maybe 3 days, and then I'm driving that car back by myself, so that should be fun. So are you, do you feel like your equipment works? Are you happy?
Yeah, it was fun. I set out to do, I'm just a little disappointed. I'm a little disappointed that the channel that I set up, they were like, hey, your phone number has already been verified. You're set. And I'm like, okay, cool. And I check it today, and they're like, you need to have your phone number verified. I'm like, okay. And they're like, okay, it's been verified. Now you have to wait 24 hours. I'm like, you mean the countdown that you gave me a week ago? Awesome.
That tracks.
Yeah.
The early stages are always rough.
I mean, like, I sent them, like, a little message, like, I did it, and now I am annoyed, because I'm not going to swear at them. I'm not going to use angrier tones. I'm like, I'm annoyed. I'm upset.
Oh, I didn't tell you about what happened with my
like,
pharmacy, dude. You're all talking about like being upset.
Your pharmacy?
Yeah, no, I'll save that. I won't go. That's a whole nother
pharmacy.
Rant. It's not good.
Okay.
It's not good.
Okay. So you know what was good? This podcast.
I gotta let it go. That's the name of my new podcast. That's good.
I need to let it go.
Oh, that's nice. I need to let it go. What would be the name of this podcast?
I think I titled it as Will It Fit?
You should have told me that first. I would have told you all kinds of stories about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next time.
Yeah, I don't think we'll have time. I don't think it will fit.
Next time.
Awesome.
Right. Thanks for having me, though.
Yeah. It's been great to have you.
All right. Awesome.
Thanks, man.
Cut that shit.